Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Déjà Vu for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode we started exploring the streets and we found out they were pretty dangerous. We're going to do a lot more exploration today, but not on this street. I'm actually going to be exploring the streets of the addresses that we found. So we're going to start off by going to West End, and this is where Joey Siegel lived. This is going to be his penthouse. We're going to get access to it using that card that we found in our coat pocket. So make sure you want to pay the driver. And here we are outside an expensive looking estate. I'm going to head on in. Look, there's not much to do here. Mainly we're coming here to get another address. Not much to explore here. They made a deal about the white pillars. Then you try to look at the white pillars and it doesn't give you any clue on them. So there's the slot for the card. That's your clue to use the card that we got in our coat. Put it in there. We'll have to use the card again once we get in. And this will take us into Joey's penthouse. Card again on the slot. It's not like the other elevator where you just had to hit buttons. And let's head on in. Check out the little suite that he has here. So the main thing, a lot of stuff to look at, a lot of stuff to take. The only thing we're interested in is on the mantle of the fireplace there is a photo. And that photo, on the back of the photo, has another address. And we'll be using that address right away. Encyclopedias, they don't even make those anymore, I don't think. Everything's on the internet. So there, Kedzie. Alright, we'll be heading there then. So yeah, nothing else more to do here. At Kedzie, we'll be doing a lot of stuff there, but we're not doing everything we could do at Kedzie because I'm going to be purposely missing an item from Kedzie because just to show off different endings. There's not really endings, but when you finally go to the police at the end of the game, there's different results. Only one leads to the true ending, the other leads to other game overs. But to show off those game overs, I'll be, not doing everything I'm supposed to do at Kedzie. So let's head to Kedzie right now. And in Kedzie, it's going to be one of the places where we're actually going to have to use our gun. We'll actually be using our gun another place, actually all three places in this episode. So our gun is going to get a lot of action here. So we're at this little bungalow, but if you examine the door and try to open it, you'll realize that it's locked. And none of the keys work. You know, the one key 1 is for the office, key 2 is for the Mercedes-Benz, and key 3 is for the front door of Joey's bar. So we're going to have to use our gun as a key. We blast off the lock, causing some nice property damage there. But we gotta do what we gotta do. So I found everything. Looks like an army cot. I slept on them in Iraq for a while. Nightstand with a drawer, of course, you know what a drawer means. You gotta open it up. There's 2 pieces of paper. The one on the top you have to take. This is the combination to the safe, note 3. And then note 4 underneath it has other numbers, but those numbers don't do anything anywhere. Let's open the desk. We want to take both of those keys. Key 5 will get us into our office and the doctor's office later on. The diary is a piece of evidence that you need to have to clear your name. However, you get different things happen at the police station, and one of them is if you don't have the diary. So I'm going to show that off, and then come back and get the diary later. But normally, if you're just going through a most effective playthrough on this, you would have taken the diary right now. But yeah, this basically gives a motive for the crime that takes place. Okay, key 5. And we took the bookmark out of the diary. We're going to have to get rid of that later on. But for now, we can just close the diary. We'll come back, like I said here, and get it later. Now that we have the combination to that safe back in Joe's bar, we could go there, but instead we're going to try to get rid of our memory loss. Let's head to our last address that we got, Sherman, and that is where we're going to find both our office and the doctor's office. Key 5 is going to be useful there. For some reason, both the doctor's office and our private office uses that same key. Pay our fare. Head on out. There's a few deaths we can get here. I will of course show them off. On in. When we head on in, there's a staircase to the left, and then a hallway to the right. The right leads to the doctor's office. Left goes to your office. You're going to have to go to the doctor's office first, because if you don't get the medicine you need from the doctor's office, you'll get a game over inside your office. Door's locked. Luckily we don't have to use our gun, at least on this lock here. We will be using our gun on a lock inside. So let's head on in. Here's the doctor's office. And they're going to give a bunch of different medicines. When we read one of the files inside the cabinet. So I'll point out what those medicines are in a little bit. Looking at all the different medicines, and, you can tell by what kind they are based on the shape of the bottle. But we don't know what any of those medicines are yet, or what they do. You think maybe that combination, that other combination we got from Note 4, if we would have taken it, would open this one here, but it doesn't. But what does open it is good old violence. Let's get our gun again. I don't think this would work in real life. I think they usually use like a shotgun or something with a big shell to break locks. They're breaching in the army and stuff. Alright, so let's look at all these different files. And one of the files will talk about the medicine. We need to stop smoking and what they're used for. Joey Siegel Secretary Martha Vickers. Those people are going to be important. Some patient's medical record. Stomach pains. We're going to find something that helps take care of stomach pains. Let's read the file 4. It's all the medicines. So, we're going to realize some of these medicines from that torture chamber. Orfeol, hearts, medicine. That's for nerve gas. We took that medicine. I showed that one death off. This was one of the medicines that was missing in that room with the chair, and it causes memory loss. So there's bicarbonate for overeating. I mentioned that. So the fact that diethyltrimine that causes memory loss was used was empty, and then this sodium pentanol that makes you lose consciousness, that was also empty. So somebody drugged us with those two drugs, and we're going to learn the counter right here by sodium MITS. It counters the diethyltrimine. Of course, you have to use it several times, 3 times to be exact, but luckily for us, there's exactly 3 bottles of the bi-sodium-MITS on there. If I just look at which one it is, it looks like it's that wide, short bottle with a black liquid in it. We'll take all 3 of them. We're also going to need some sodium pentanol. That's the medicine 1. You can look at it. We're going to need that for somebody else later, but the medicine 6 is actually for ourselves. Let's look around. I'll fool around with the medicines in another episode. That's not what we need. That's the poison for the nerve gas. That's for euphoria. Don't need that. That's the pentanol. Okay, that's what we need. That's the truth serum. Fuels for the stomach aches. Let's take that truth serum. Look. Now, we could use all the medicine 6 on the capsules and then use them on ourselves. We're going to have to do that before we enter our office. But I'm not going to do that right now because I want to show off what happens if you don't take the medicine before you enter the office. There's actually 2 things you need to do before heading into your office. Doing none of them will basically result in a game over. Remember that bum? That bum told us that there's somebody waiting in our office to has a hit on us. So this is justified violence. We are allowed to use our gun and actually shoot somebody and get away with it. But we're not going to do that. We're going to just open our door and walk on in. And that's going to end our life. Yep, there's the hitman waiting for us. And he takes us out. So another game over for us. Now we can take him out, but if we don't get our memory back, when we go into the office, basically all those warnings at the beginning that we need to, that our head is hurting really bad, well, it's going to lead to another game over. So what you're supposed to do, like here, right here, you pull out your gun, shoot the guy inside your office, and then you open up the office. But before you actually head into the office, you use all 3 of medicine 6s on the capsules and then use them on yourself. You will refrain from doing that last step though and head on to the office. And then our head starts pounding and we pass out and we end up as a vegetable. So yeah, we gotta get rid of this memory loss right before we head into the office. And we do that by using medicine 6 on the capsules, then using the capsules on ourselves. And you do this 3 times. Each time you do it, you get a new memory. And after the 3rd memory, you realize who you are. Apparently these memories were censored in here. Apparently this guy was a jerk. He used to beat you as a kid. They took that out. Kept this one with your dog in though. I guess nothing bad about getting bit by a dog. taco. I wonder if it's a chihuahua. Like the Yokio Taco Bell dog. I had a little chihuahua. I have to get another dog eventually. I've just been focusing on the rats. And then we're going to learn about our last kiss here. Our first kiss, I mean. And apparently Susie Q did some other things. They censored that out of the NES version here. Our first kiss, Susie Q. Girl next door. I remember the girl who gave me my first kiss. She is dead, unfortunately. Yeah, I think car accidents. So, yeah. But now our memory is safe, so we can actually head on here in the office and not worry about getting the game over. Just for preparation, we'll put the medicine one in the capsule. Let's head on into our office. And there's the dead guy there. Now we've used the gun for everything we needed to use it on, but just in case we need to use it again, for say like we run into an alligator in the sewers, we can get some extra bullets inside, like ammo case in the desk. So I will be doing that. Open up the desk, we'll see an ammo case. A box of ammo. Let's open that up. I'll of course just fast forward using all the bullets. To use the bullets on your gun, just use bullet on the gun and you'll load it up. Get a full case. Just like I said, I'm taking them just for safety, because you do have to go back down into the sewers to get rid of a bunch of evidence that basically frames you. The gun as being one of the main pieces of evidence, because that's the gun that was used to shoot Joey, the dead body in our office. So we got a bunch of files here. Let's read them out. We learned about Sugar Shack. So this is, I guess, why she hated Joey. Put the bomb in his car. And this is a very important piece of evidence that we need. It is basically something framing us. So we want to get rid of this. So we'll take that and dispose of it in the sewers later on. That's the only file that we really need. The rest is just for, flavor text, opening the walls up. Be nice and close the cabinet. And now let's use our bullets on the gun. Just, like I said, we gotta go down to the sewer later on. Select use bullet gun, and there it is. It's full now. So let's get out of here. And we're going to head back to Peoria Street. And we got some stuff to take care of there. And if we had more time in this episode, I could show off some game overs, but we'll start the next episode with those game overs. Because now that we got our memory back, that's one of the components in going to the police. But we can go back to the police with our memory back and try to explain things, but there's too much evidence against us and not enough against the conspirators who actually did the crime, and that'll end us in jail. We start showing some of that stuff off, like I said, at the beginning of the next episode. We're going back to the start. A few more things to find out here. And mainly the last address we need to go to basically finish off the game and get the rest of the evidence to of the people trying to frame us. So we'll make a save here, because like I said, we'll start the next episode by getting some game overs, and I'll catch you there next time. Have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.